Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Really quick before we start, I mentioned in the last video where I was updating you on my build progress at the end of Cruel Difficulty, I mentioned I was going to do a Let's Play of the entire game. And, well, I did record all of it. The entire game, from start to finish, on Merciless difficulty, and it went pretty well. I actually cleared the whole difficulty. But while I was editing the footage, I actually really didn't like it. And I didn't want to put content on my channel that I wasn't proud of. So we'll still have gameplay on the channel, but it'll probably be in a live stream format where I can interact with you guys a little bit more and try to be entertaining in that way. Because most of the content that was in the Let's Play was just me saying, hey, you can go here and do this, and then you can go here and do this, and you can go here and do this. And I thought it was pretty boring. But I'm not done with Path of Exile or anything, but that's why it kind of took so long to get this video out. It's because I recorded all of that and I was editing it and I decided it wasn't good. Oh gosh, MFPallytime, if you thought that video wasn't good, then why are you putting this one on your channel? Well, you know what? Fuck you, that guy. This is the Merciless difficulty update for the Lazy Pally. We are at the end of the game. We are on map content now. The footage on the screen that you are watching is either a tier 4 or a tier 5 map, depending on which piece of footage I put in here. And it's going easy peasy, guys. It's going really, really well. I have a lot of the gear that I was hoping to have. I got lucky with a few jewel drops. I got about 40 chaos worth of jewels over the past few days, and I've been selling those out and buying new gear and really putting the build together. It's coming along quite nicely. If we go ahead and look at my talent tree, you can see that I cleared the Merciless labs, and we now have elemental damage resistance and augury of penitence in our Inquisitor tree for our Templar. I want to talk about this point of intelligence because I needed one extra point of intelligence and it really tilted me, so I decided, you know what, let's just go in here and we'll go ahead and apply that and it'll be fine. We got the health upgrade from Tireless. I think all of this is the same. I'm starting to get the health upgrades over here in the Scion part of the tree. There's a lot of life to be had over there, and I'm trying to pick that up. I have moved down here to the south and picked up the 2 shield talents. Retaliation we picked up as well. And previously, I was making my way over here to the right. We grabbed Herbalism, and I was going to pick up Mana Leech. I did for a while, but I actually refunded those points. And I started working my way over here to get these Life Leech nodes over on the right side. Now, a lot of people have been criticizing the amount of health that this build has, and, well, that may be totally justified, but the entire concept of this build is the fact that we want to mitigate as much damage as possible, so our total life maybe isn't as important as you think it might be. As of right now, my resistances are capped. I'm at 71% chance to block, which is 4% off of the block cap. And with our gear setup, I'm actually sitting at a 67% chance to block spells as well. Just a little short of where I need it to be. That could go up another 8% before it gets to the cap. So we're very, very close to capping out our block defenses. And you'll see in the footage that's been on the screen, I'm actually never really taking any damage. We just block everything. And of course, the concept of this build, when we are blocking, we're going to be using a lot of counterattacks. We're going to be applying debuffs to people that hit us and just AoEing everything on the screen and moving between pack to pack pretty quickly. It has been working out really, really well. I'm really happy with it. We are level 76 as of right now. I guess, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be 80. 5, 6, 7, 83, and then I think I want to get Aspect of Lynx. So, looks like I have my talents planned out until about level 85. I don't know how much further I'm going to go from there. There is some physical defense we could get, or physical damage we could get over here if I wanted a little bit more damage, but I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm planning. As far as the gear goes, we do have the Bringer of Rain, the Nightmare Bassinet, which is really cool. I really like it. But it does have the downside of not being able to equip a chest piece. This is my former chest piece down here that we were using for quite a while. I just can't put it in there. Now, one cool thing is if you take the helmet off, you can then equip the chest piece and then put the helmet on and still continue to level these gems just in case you wanted to. You know, that's a thing. Do I have 2 Herald of Ashes? Do I really? I bet I thought I lost my Herald of Ash somewhere and it was in my chest and yep, that happened. Oh, team, it's been a long week. But this has a ton of great things for our build. A ton of really, really good damage mitigation things as far as the 6% chance to block. A ton of extra health on that bad boy. But we get endurance charges when we block as well. So you'll see in the footage, as we are blocking, we're actually getting these charges that reduce the amount of physical damage that we take. Those will go away pretty quickly, but because we block so often, we're pretty much constantly mitigating damage. The weapon we have is the same from the last video. It's been proving really, really well. This is what I'm looking to upgrade next, but weapon upgrades are usually pretty costly, so I'm not rushing into that. Our boots give us a really massive chunk of our chance to block spells. And remember, this is only as good as your maximum block chance that you have on your gear already. So this is only part of the puzzle. We had to get a ton of block in the first place, but now 25% of that block chance is applied to spells. So these are great. The Rainbow Stride Conjurer boots. My shield is okay. I bought it for really cheap. I think there was a former version of this shield that had spell block on it, but I couldn't find it. Or at least there wasn't one for sale. So I bought this because it was really cheap. It has a ton of block on it, 30% chance to block, and a ton of armor, and a ton of life. But because this doesn't have very much elemental resistance, and of course we don't have a chest piece, so we don't have elemental resistance there, it was really, really difficult to get resistance on boots, gloves, belt, and rings. Really, really hard. We can't get resistance on our amulets because I'm using one that also gives a massive, massive chunk of our spell block, or of our block chance to spells. So the Stone of Loswar Lapis Amulet is another very crucial piece of our character's puzzle. Working on getting a new weapon, working on getting amulets, and working on progressing through maps. We will be doing some live streams for this character in the future, but that is how the build is progressing, and I am pretty happy with it. I'm very happy with it. The build's going really well. There were some naysayers who didn't think my build would clear Cruel. I don't know why, and I hope the PoE community as a whole isn't that negative and elitist, because, you know, I feel like I can play the game however the fuck I want to, and you can too. But for those of you playing along at home, those are the updates at the end of Merciless difficulty, moving on to maps and hopefully some of those bosses in there, although it does appear like it's going to take a while to get to them. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all very soon with more Path of Exile.